By 1900, just 12 men controlled more wealth than the bottom 50 million Americans combined. These industrial titans didn't just build empires, they purchased entire governments, manipulated currencies, and orchestrated economic crashes that destroyed millions while multiplying their own fortunes. America's Gilded Age produced the most concentrated wealth accumulation in human history, achieved through methods so ruthless they would later inspire antitrust legislation. But before we reveal the king of them all, let's examine the 10 most powerful robber barons who literally owned America. 10. Henry Clay Frick transformed steel production into an empire of human suffering. His Homestead Strike of 1892 saw private armies massacre workers demanding basic rights. Frick imported 300 Pinkerton mercenaries to break the Union, resulting in pitched battles that left dozens dead. His Coke monopoly supplied every major steel producer, generating profits of over $4 million annually, equivalent to $150 million today. Frick's mansion required 40 servants, while his workers lived in company-owned slums without running water. His fortune reached $300 million at death. 9. Philip Armour. Armour revolutionized meat processing through industrial-scale cruelty that extended beyond animals to human workers. His Chicago stockyards processed 14 million animals annually, generating waste that poisoned entire neighborhoods. Worker lost fingers to machinery while earning starvation wages. Armour manipulated grain futures, artificially inflating food prices during economic downturns. His vertical integration controlled every aspect from livestock breeding to retail distribution. Railroad rebates and political corruption enabled him to undercut competitors systematically. His empire generated annual profits exceeding $10 million, built on a foundation of deliberate human misery. 8. James Buchanan Duke. Duke weaponized addiction to build America's tobacco empire. His American Tobacco Company controlled 90% of cigarette production through predatory pricing that destroyed independent manufacturers. Duke pioneered mass advertising targeting children, distributing free samples at schools. His monopoly extended internationally, crushing British competitors through industrial espionage and patent theft. Duke's political influence secured favorable legislation, while his private investigators destroyed rivals through blackmail. His factories employed thousands of children in dangerous conditions. By 1904, his trust generated over $20 million in annual profits, while systematically addicting entire populations. 7. Henry Flagler. Flagler transformed Standard Oil's transportation monopoly into political control of entire states. His railroad empire opened Florida through environmental destruction and labor exploitation that killed thousands of workers. Flagler purchased judges, legislators, and governors outright, turning state governments into corporate subsidiaries. His hotels excluded entire ethnic groups, while his railroads charged discriminatory rates. Flagler's oil pipeline networks circumvented competitors' shipping, creating artificial scarcities that inflated prices. His political machine rigged elections through violence and intimidation. His fortune reached $100 million, while his workers lived in corporate-controlled towns without basic rights. Number 6. Leland Stanford. Stanford built the Central Pacific Railroad through systematic genocide and environmental devastation. His construction gangs murdered Native Americans while importing Chinese laborers under conditions resembling slavery. Thousands died in deliberate avalanches and explosions Stanford refused to prevent. His railroad monopoly charged farmers ruinous shipping rates, forcing mass bankruptcies across California. Stanford purchased Senate seats and governorships, turning legislation into personal profit mechanisms. His university foundation laundered money, while his railroad received massive federal subsidies through fraud. His methods generated over $50 million in personal wealth, while depopulating entire regions through violence. 5. Jay Gould. Gould manipulated financial markets with surgical precision, orchestrating crashes that transferred wealth from small investors to his accounts. His gold corner attempt of 1869 nearly collapsed the American economy, requiring federal intervention to prevent total financial catastrophe. Gould purchased judges to invalidate competitors' contracts while bribing legislators to pass favorable laws. His railroad wars involved literal battles between private armies. Gould's telegraph monopoly enabled insider trading on unprecedented scales. His newspaper ownership shaped public opinion while concealing his methods. Workers' strikes met violent suppression through hired mercenaries. Gould accumulated $72 million through deliberate economic terrorism. 4. Cornelius Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's shipping and railroad empire eliminated competition through economic warfare that resembled military campaigns. His steamboat monopolies charged extortionate rates, while his railroads received massive government subsidies obtained through systematic bribery. Vanderbilt's rate wars bankrupted competitors before acquiring their assets for pennies. His political influence secured legislation prohibiting competing lines. Workers faced deadly conditions while Vanderbilt accumulated over $100 million. His estate exceeded the federal budget of most years. Vanderbilt's methods included bribing entire legislatures and purchasing judicial decisions. His transportation monopoly controlled American commerce while his political machine influenced presidential elections. 3. Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie's steel monopoly transformed industrial warfare into science. His vertical integration controlled every aspect from iron ore to finished products, while his libraries served as public relations exercises, masking brutal labor practices. Carnegie's private army suppressed strikes through mass violence, while his political connections secured protective tariffs that eliminated foreign competition. His cost-cutting measures included unsafe working conditions that killed thousands annually. Carnegie sold to J.P. Morgan for $480 million, while maintaining that poverty resulted from personal failure. His philanthropic facade concealed decades of systematic worker exploitation and political corruption. But before we reveal the most powerful robber baron in American history, understand this: everything we've discussed pales compared to what's coming next. Number 2, J.P. Morgan. Morgan didn't just accumulate wealth. He became America's central bank before the Federal Reserve existed. His financial empire controlled 40% of American industry through interlocking directorates that eliminated competition. Morgan orchestrated the panic of 1907, then positioned himself as savior while purchasing distressed assets. His syndicate financed both sides of international conflicts while manipulating currency exchanges. Morgan's political influence exceeded that of presidents. He literally bailed out the federal government twice. His art collection cost more than most state budgets, while his political machine installed favorable officials throughout Washington. Morgan's death required armed guards to prevent celebrations. 1. John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller achieved something unprecedented in human history: functional ownership of an entire industry across multiple nations. His Standard Oil monopoly controlled 90% of American petroleum, while his international operations dominated global markets. Rockefeller's methods included systematic bribery of politicians, judges, and regulators on scales that resembled military budgets. His private intelligence network gathered industrial secrets, while his enforcement arms destroyed competitors through sabotage and violence. Railroad rebates, secured through political corruption, eliminated competition, while predatory pricing bankrupted rivals. Rockefeller's political machine influenced presidential elections, while his educational philanthropy shaped public school curricula. His fortune peaked at over $1 billion when average workers earned $200 annually, equivalent to modern wealth exceeding $400 billion. Rockefeller's empire required federal intervention to dismantle, yet his family's influence persisted through banking, politics, and international organizations that continue operating today. If this surprised you, The next video goes even deeper.